it's okay to be embarrassed. If anything, it's amazing because you realize it's a good thing. It means you're doing something new, you're learning, you're putting yourself out there. And being honest, like, at first it may seem off because it's like a lot of times you're expected to know everything. You're expected to know, that the answer, the solution. You're supposed to know what to do. But in all reality, it's like we're all figuring everything out. And now we may need help. So we ask a question, and it's like, realize it's okay. Because in that same moment where you hold it in, you don't ask a question, it's like you miss out on the opportunity to grow. Or even just, it doesn't even have to be asking something, but the action in itself, an action that you want to do. Because here, an easy way to put it is like, imagine you're at school, your teacher is giving a lecture, but you don't understand something. So you have two options, keep quiet and just act as if you know, which many people might do because it's like they can't feel bothered, or they might be embarrassed. They're like, why am I the only one who doesn't understand it? It's like, why don't I understand it? And it's okay. Raise your hand, option 2, raise your hand. Ask the question, hey, I don't understand this. Could you explain what this means? And, and in that moment of embarrassment, quote unquote embarrassment, you may not even feel embarrassed, you may genuinely be curious, but it's for those who do feel embarrassed. It's like, you may feel weird at that first 5 seconds, however long it may last, but now you know what you wanted to know. You asked the question, you got the result. And even with that, it's like just being curious enough and being honest enough just to kind of ask or do or learn. It's like you constantly grow. Because the moment you let that stop you, the moment you let your embarrassment or pride stop you, it's like you stop your growth. You stop the growth you have. You stop the rate at which you're growing. Because it's like you're gonna stay in what you know. You're gonna stay in what you know. And that sort of comfortability and that sort of knowingness. That's a good song. But like, again, that's how it is. It's like, if you want to grow as a person, you have to ask, or you have to make mistakes. As everyone knows this, every single person should know that. It's like, you're gonna mess up if it's something new. You should expect it, and if anything, embrace it because it's like, if you are messing up, it's like you aren't trying anything new, you aren't doing anything new. And that's just one way of looking at it, as it's like, you have to be open to being wrong. Because a lot of times we are just stuck in our pride. It's like, man, I'm not trying to hear all that. Like, we're just too stubborn to accept the fact, to look at it for what it is. And it's like, if you do that, you know what you're doing. Like, you're cutting off information, you're cutting off growth and knowledge where it could help you in the future. Because there's a reason that thing in itself is being presented. And now, even if it's a passion, because I've been thinking more so questions, problems that you kind of have to talk out or think out. Like, even in actions in itself, it's like, at the beginning, you're gonna make a mistake. You're gonna make many of them. You're gonna make so many. And it's like, at some point, it doesn't even faze you after making so many mistakes, as it's like you've just built a sort of resistance to it. And it's like, building that sort of grit and resilience is like going into any field, you just go at it because you want to. And just know it's okay that you're gonna be embarrassed at the moment, because it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point of embarrassment. It's like, you can either feel that embarrassment and never ask again. You can just hide away in a shell and you stop there. Your route there, your path there cuts. Or you can explore that embarrassment. You can explore what takes you there, and just see where you want to go. As it's like it's all on you. It's how you feel. You feel that embarrassment, and now you can choose how to feel based upon that. As it's like you have two different people. One stops, one goes. Which one do you want to be? And the airplane is loud. But like, again, when you're beginning on your journey, if you want to say, your embarrassment, your learning, your trial and error, it's like you suck until you don't. You fail until you don't no more. You just constantly learn, because it's all repetition. It really is all repetition, where you just constantly mess up, get up, mess up, get up, mess up, get up. It's like the rate at which you grow, after a while, it just keeps going up. Because think of it like riding a bike, right? At first, you may use training wheels, okay? I didn't. So when I was learning how to ride a bike, right? Guess how they taught me? No training wheels. They put me on the bike and they pushed me. Straight up pushed me. And I had to learn in that quick instance. It's like, how do I proper balance myself? How do I? And it was all so quick. I was like 7 or something. I was like 8. And what ended up happening is I might have hit a car that was parked. I did hit it. I'm not gonna lie. It was parked. And did that stop me? No. I was excited. That was fun. That was fun to me. So guess what? I got up. And now I had to do it by myself, as it was my older brother and my dad teaching me, but they couldn't always be there because they had their own things going on. With that being said, it's like you mess up and enjoy the experience, enjoy the process. That's the whole point. You have to enjoy learning. You have to enjoy being open to knowing more, to expanding your mind, I guess you can say. As it's like when I was riding a bike, right? It took a bit of time, I won't lie. Because I had a balance while moving, I had a pedal, I had to learn how to brake, turn, and it's like all these things, it just kept happening. It was just growth over time, mistake after mistake. Now that hurt, I won't lie, it hurt, because it was like, I was physically getting hurt, because you fall, and I was young, but it was fun. It's exciting when you put yourself up to the challenge, and it's like, you're literally just gonna be embarrassed for a moment. It's only momentary. It's not gonna last forever. And at some point, guess what? You're not even gonna register it. It's not even gonna be a thought to you like, this feels weird. Of course, there's always gonna be like, this feels weird. It feels new, because it's like if you're trying new things, it's like that's when it's like you're growing as a person, as your skills, as your capabilities. But it's like that feeling isn't no longer embarrassment, but more so just curiosity and drive and like excitement, you know? And it's like, if you think of people just judging you, you know, for anything, it's like they're gonna judge you regardless. They are. Because judging by what standard? By what standard? It's like, think of it. People always judge you regardless if you succeed, whether you fail, whether you do it or you don't. People always talk, and it's like, choose your own route, stay in your own lane. As it's like, you may get criticized. People may just badmouth you when you're moving up, because they want to drag you down. That is how it is for some people. Some people just want to drag you down. They want to hold you to that same standard, and they don't want to see you grow. They want you to be at their level. They want you to stay where they are and suffer with them. And you frankly can't accept that. You cannot accept that. But just realize, it's like, along with that, it's like people would judge you. Now, we can't say it's positive or negative, because it's like you can easily take that information and make it positive, make it a good thing. And just know, who do you keep around you? Who do you keep around you? Are they those people who constantly badmouth you, say, hey, stop it, gang, you're embarrassing yourself, you're not gonna make it, bro, why are you doing that, you're not gonna make it? Like, those things where it's like, they don't help you. If anything, they put you down. They try and make your dream seem small. They try and make your goals, your ambitions seem like nothing. And it's like, you cannot be around that. You cannot allow yourself to be around that, because that is a poisoned crowd. That is poisoned water, because you're just gonna drink that, and you're gonna suffer from it. Because you can have people around you who are also in that same mentality as you, as it's like they are doing what they got to do in their own respective ways. And with that, it's like you guys constantly just bounce ideas off of each other. You guys uplift each other. You guys motivate each other. It's like, who do you keep around you? Do they help you in a way of, do they make you the best possible you, holding you to a high standard? Even if you don't got people around you, hold yourself to a high standard. Again, it's like, who do you keep around you? Who do you want around you? What are the kinds of people that you want around you? Because your circle of influence is a lot. It is a lot. Because if you have people who are constantly just motivated, just constantly doing what they got to do, constantly putting themselves out there in new experiences, new opportunities, new ways to grow, new patterns, new habits, or even habits that are just positive, they've established themselves. It's like, you want those kinds of people around you, because those are the people who will just help you, and they'll help you see things in a new light, as you may help them see things in a new light. And you guys just constantly progress faster and faster. Because if you're on the other side of people just constantly belittling your dreams, making your dreams seem like nothing, it's like, at some point, some people may even believe it. And for me personally, I always had friends who were amazing. They were amazing people. You know, they had their own visions for themselves. They had their own things going on. And it's like, although I don't see them often now, because of course they're doing their own things, I respect that. But even so, it's like, if we meet up, it's like, you know, it's all positive. It's all positivity and love. It's all, you know, just like, hey, you know, like, what's good, you know, it's all love. But just know, it's like, your circle of influence, your network, if you want to say, is important. Because if you keep yourself around people who don't help you, what do you expect from them? What do you expect from them? And why would you put yourself in there? Why would you put yourself in that situation? Because even so, in a relationship with a guy or a girl, whatever it might be, it's like, that could be a whole video in itself, you know, where it's like relationship on self-improvement. But just know it's possible. If anything, if you choose the right partner, you'll only uplift each other and just grow at an amazing pace. You'll have someone there for support as you support them. So it's like, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, you just gotta choose the right people. That's a lot of the things. Choose the right people who won't embarrass you in a way where it's like a bad embarrassment, where they make fun of you. They make you seem less than what you are. Because embarrassment is all growth. It's all growth. Because I felt like even just in that moment right there, embarrassment was not the right word. It was belittling. That was the right word. But just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Even though you may feel awkward at first, don't hesitate. As that stops your motion, your momentum. That's the right word. It stops your momentum or slows it down. because it's like if you're just to constantly knock things over, it's like you will just grow. But if you stop and then do it, it's like you're kind of slowing yourself, or even stop in general, it's like you're slowing yourself down. You are slowing yourself down. And again, embarrassment is not bad. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm tripping. But other than that, I just kind of want to leave it off there. You know, as just know it's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. You can still do it. You can do it. I believe in you. And believe in yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be embarrassed. Embrace it. But you know, dreamers turning dreams into reality. Love you.